No one flew to.
Actually, where did it end here? I haven't seen this too much. Actually, no. I would say like a hard shift north. I feel like south of Army Base, right?
You know where it's gonna. So the Crossroads compound to the west of Army Base, just in between that and Godok. I want to say it's gonna end over there in those hills.
Interesting. All right. Well, guys, we have 28 minutes to find out exactly how it is. I guess what is it? Like 31 minutes is kind of like the longest it can go, I think.
Yeah,
30 is like typically it's a very sweet spot of like just below 30 minutes unless it's really drawn out, in which case it's just fun to watch anyway. So again, such a good game.
It is. At its core, this is a very great game. I just wish some different decisions would be made in regards to certain aspects of it, but you know, like I would say like 30 32 minutes would be like and that's if for some reason like a lot of like maybe not 32, like 30 minutes would be like the max, and that's like if people are still in the game in that late game with like smokes and a lot of utility to stall it out as long as possible. But I'd say about 30 minutes is the longest.
I actually think that it's in a really good like timing state. I think that the timings of PUBG are actually, in my opinion, kind of the best. Like, there have been almost no times that I'm like, man, this game was too long, or man, this game was too short. And I love the fact of, you know, with other games, you get kind of like locked into the game. No matter how long you're playing, like whether it be Rocket League, whether it be League of Legends, whatever it is, you kind of like have to play until you can basically forfeit. With PUBG, if you're done, you're done. Like, if you don't want to wait for your friends to res you or even try, or if you just got beat to a pulp, you can just leave. And I actually really like that aspect of PUBG. Like, it sounds weird to say, but it's also just like, you don't have to deal with it. It's great. It's very nice. So
that's true.
Yeah, I really do like it. I think the only interesting thing, well, the only like long quote unquote thing is the looting aspect of PUBG. But even that, I think is actually pretty interesting and adds that whole, not era, but aspect of randomness. But Gooners, they got to be careful because Mighty Gods are the team that went into, oh my gosh, why Yongchon, that's it. Oh my gosh, dude, I forgot the name of the town for a second. But some shots coming in. So far, not going to land. They actually look pretty good. I'm surprised that no damage came out on him.
Maybe just led just a little too far forward, but Gunnar is opting to just take space on top of Mighty Gods.
It's Gooners, bro. What do you expect?
Gooners. It is the Gooners, and you know it'll be interesting to see how Mighty Gods plays out of this. Like, they could opt to just leave, take their vehicles, and rotate around or away from Gooners. But you know, I don't see them doing that either. But it's like, you know,
at this point, you gotta know that it's Gooners, right? Like
100%. Like
every single team is gonna like leave you be, except for Gooners. Gooners is the only team, Circle 1, that is actively like, you shot, turn. Every other team's like, okay, I want to get to a spot. I want to like, you know, set up for XYZ. But no, Gooners is just like, all right. Oh, wait, can Bunt land it?
He opts to swap to go through the MP5. But even besides that fact of Gooners, like, oh, you decide to shoot us? Okay, we're going to turn and crash you? No, it's like, even if you're dead center of the zone off of C1, you can't be relaxed for a second. You can't take the extra minute or two to loot because you know that you're dead center. No one's going to crash you. No, because Gooners just add that level of chaos and anarchy to the comp, to the environment itself. Just because, like, realistically, most of these teams, you're in dead center of the circle. You're like, okay, I have a little extra time to loot. You know, let's loot and let's set up here. Let's, you know, wall ourselves off in this part of the compound so that way people can't crash us and take this, and we just hold this till end game. But since Gooners just exist, it's like, we gotta loot. You know, we gotta loot as quickly as possible. Doesn't matter if we're not fully kitted. We gotta get somewhere fast. Otherwise, we know we're about to get four-man crash by Gooners.
Well, I mean, I think that's the crazy thing, because I feel like a couple of patches ago, you would expect them to all run ARs, run the meta, run, you know, exactly XYZ, meticulously made, like, specified gear loadouts, essentially. But with Bunt being Bunt, you don't need that, because you just need an SMG. Like, in all honesty, all you need is an SMG now. And with the changes that they've made to both DMRs and ARs, you don't need ARs or DMRs. So Bunt's just kind of fully embracing the whole chaos aspect of it. I feel like Matt is like the only one who's super. I don't know if meta is the right word, but he typically doesn't really run troll guns. But
it does not matter how much into the he is always going to have DMR AR. It does not matter.
Yeah.
I don't even think like when it comes to using Panzers, I think it's always everyone else on the Gooners. It's like everyone else uses them except for him.
All right, but Sakura Sensen, they are the leaders so far, and Penta gonna go ahead and knock one. And O Vibes, he is extremely terrified of how things are going for his team so far. But Batoyo Bibo trying to just get the heck out of here. As soon as they saw the knock, I think they realized this might not go too well for us.
I mean, there's a world where you could have smoked and put your homie in the car and then left, not just tuck tail and peace out immediately after taking a knock, but understandable.
I was gonna say
is sitting at 41 points in 2 games, understandable, you know. But yeah, they are gone, and they're rotating right past TTG. But they ran into Sakura Sensen, and they said, "Yep, time to leave. See ya. We're going to the other side of the map where we know it's safe."
Also, I see something in chat, but I actually highly disagree. I think Gooners would get even more punished in TPP because you can peek without peeking. And so you would see if someone's coming in with a Panzer or something. So I think that Gooners would actually kind of get gooned if they went into TPP, because I think people would be a lot less aggressive because of how TPP plays out. So I might be crazy, I might be wrong, but apparently Matt's refusing to play TPP, so we'll see how it goes. Or we won't see how it goes, I should say. TTG now, take it. Mike, he had a fumble.
Looks like he might have pressed F just a little too soon.
Or possibly it might have been the ping, because he is EU, yeah? I'm
correct.
95% sure. Yeah, I was going to say.
Correct.
But
maybe the ping did get the best of him there, but
yeah,
I agree with that. I agree with that sentiment about Gooners. If they play TPP, they get punished, because it's like Gooners' playstyle is crap.
How did he do that?
How is that possible? It had to have exploded
from
and
that way.
Flipped backwards.
That's actually a fair shout. I don't mind that, because I was like, what? But yeah, whatever.
But it's like Gooners. It's like if they did decide to go like just hard crash in TPP, it's like everyone, like no one has to peek in TPP. I can sit behind a wall licking it, full just forehead on a window on a wall, and no one would know I'm there. So Gooners come to crash, I'm just prepared with a Panzer or a shotgun, you know? So it's like in FPP, you have to get aggressive, you have to like jump peek, and you have to peek out your windows to get information, and Gooners feed off of that info, because then you start shooting at them like, oh, you turn, guess what? 4-man crash onto you now.
Yeah. But again, apparently Matt doesn't play TPP and will refuse to, which I respect, honestly.
Understand.
So, Bob, I will admit I have not been watching the TPP. I'm trying to show as much support as I can for FPP, because I think FPP is
where this esport belongs. I'll just say that.
I do agree. So I'm doing my part to try and advocate as much FPP as I can, because I think FPP is just so much fun. So much fun to cast. Like, if you enjoy TPP, good for you. I love that for you. I disagree happily.
Very happily. But
all right, that is an interesting circle, and it going south onto the water. But
it is. But
this
is what, phase 2? This is phase 2 closing. So phase 3 could go further into the water, and this could be a young shot ending. I was just about to point that out. There's like 3 teams rotating past Yahoo, all on top of each other, and I'm surprised that no one opened up.
There's a part of me that's literally trying to justify that this is actually Cherry coming back, but I know it's not true. I want to. It's I miss Cherry. I miss the old STK. I miss all the old people. Not old people.
Old people?
Say that. I mean, Purdy's still in the scene, so, you know, we got our old person. I know it's light show, but it's just, it teases me every time. It just gives me that little, like, maybe.
That little like a nostalgia hit.
Yep, exactly. But wait, what are you doing, TTB?
What are you?
You knew exactly that they were here, but I guess Yanlo just pushed too close. and goes down immediately.
That was like the
Interesting.
clear sense. Yeah, that was a clear sense of like, oh, I know a cobra is sitting right here waiting for me. Let me go see if I can just barely touch it with a stick. Like, that's what that was.
The whole Steve Irwin thing. I'm gonna
Yeah.
poke it.
I'm gonna poke it.
All right, Penta. I guess he's just looking, just observing. But Supernova, they got to be careful because Simply Matt goes ahead and gets a flush onto one of them. I probably assume he got the knock as well. But Skyline, they're trying to take a fight, but they're taking a fight with a sleeping Cobra that's... Actually, I lied. They're not sleeping. They've been very active. They've been feasting on every single thing. They're an eagle. All right, Collector, though, getting some nice shots into Bale, but gets away just in time.
It's good that they managed to get away.
Please don't tell
Skyline-
me the red zone is going to kill him.
That's what I'm about to say. They gotta be careful because on top of fighting Sakura Zinzin, the most aggressive team in this lobby so far, or successfully aggressive team, I'll say, considering they're at 42 points, double the second place team. They also have to worry about a red zone coming down and RNG killing them. So it's like
Not only that, but you have a glider that's in the sky going
and
around.
a UAV. That's fantastic. Yeah, Skyline, you got it. It's time to skedaddle. That's what this time is. Like RNG plus the best team in the lobby at the moment, plus UAV poking you from behind. This is looking very rough for Skyline, and Zuki Boy is going to go down to about one more shot, and he would have been knocked there. As they are starting to aggress heavily. But it's going to be Adam! Adam's going to be the one to get killed by the RNG, but he is going to be able to get the knock first onto Zuki Boy with a very well-placed nade. But they're checking the kill feed. Sky, Nick Knacker taking heavy shots from Fentanyl. He was able to make one connect. Nick Knacker going to get into the vehicle and try to drive off to maybe see if he can't get the res onto his teammate.
Ooh.
Nice shots from Colt Pup coming into play, but Pentalol with the AUG at range is going to find the knock. And
No
the rider
way.
is going to bleed. If he got the knock onto that glider, that would have been cinema. But Zuki Boy is going to get flushed out. Nick Knacker, the last person up. He's not going to be able to get the rest on the Colt. He's just going to have to drive on out of there. Barrels play from Micah coming into play. One bullet able to connect, half HP. The sprays from the DMR coming, but it's not going to be able to connect as now Nick Knacker is able to rotate on out of there. But
he's going to go straight into dots, isn't he?
Please, no. Sir, don't do it. Just, slow down. There we go. Reset. Get your health up. You're a solo. You can play this very slow now.
Wow. Oh, no. But, yo, they left Bale. They might try to catch out the rest of Collector. Hazel gets out of the vehicle, and Psycho, yep, he's going to get deleted. And now they're peeking on back, and Balefrost. Never mind. It looks like Hazel and Fourth are just like, oh, I want to get out of here. Because it's kind of terrifying.
Well,
But actually, never mind. Okay, I'm just calling out the wrong thing this whole time. It's fine.
I don't know. They all look like
Gooners.
they're like
Two down.
committed.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird spot, but Balefrost, he's opting to go for the AR spray, doing good damage to Fourth, but not going to get him down, but it is going to be Light Show who does find him indeed. The nade from Bale is not going to do anything, and now they're just collapsing. I think that, is there just one left on Collector? Yes.
I think it's just Hazel.
Yep. Hazel, he's got to pull something out. That's pretty crazy. TTG, we saw them going down to a lot of the goons doing the goon things. Two of them at least. Was there more than that?
Two.
Yeah,
At least two.
Like two.
At least two of them from TTG is gone.
Yep.
It's a little hard to tell with the graphics on the left side, but
yeah, because I think because of the new edition. But Eddie gonna find Taste Stew, and Newbie gonna find KVZN, and it's not Icy who's on. I was gonna say, but poor Hazel goes down. Yo, the adolescent chicken up to 3 kills. I'm every time.
you call them that every time.
I'm gonna call them that adolescent chicken.
It's so inaccurately accurate. It makes me laugh every time. And
Ooh, wait,
fantastic.
Pest Control. They haven't done as well as I kind of expected them to for the first couple of games, but they might be. Wait, Tutorial Bibbo, what? I do not understand the rotations at all.
You know what? Maybe they're okay. That
Oh,
was an option.
no.
That was a choice. Not the right option or the right choice.
I could see what he was going for.
Correct.
Just didn't work.
Just
Unfortunate
really
for him.
early. And it's crazy that
We're too late.
What'd you say about pest control? Like they're not doing too hot, but like from the bottom of
Whoa.
the leaderboard till 8th, it's a 10-point difference. That is
Yeah.
a shift if I've ever seen one. It's
I was
literally
gonna say,
10
look at the
points from bottom
Southeast.
leaderboard to 8th.
Because Razav and Run It Down and then MTG on top of them. So we have a lot of teams in the Southeast side trying to find out or trying to find some kills for themselves. And I think, okay, there's the sound.
This could stall out and take forever, which if you're MTG, like they have the options to play into Yongtron late, like if they just rotate in through the city. But if you're Yongtron, like I'd want it like I thought Razav and Run It Down were going to get into a fight, but Run It Down opted to take their vehicles and they're going to rotate on the far edge of zone, which is probably for the better. You don't want to get caught in a fight on edge of zone, especially with it about to start closing. So this is probably the best option for them.
I also feel like fights on the side of nice headshot from Wooly. But fights on like beaches, etc., with this terrain, because like rocks and then that steep terrain can like mess up your what is it? Animations. That's the word I'm looking for. And so like sometimes you'll like fall even slightly and it'll like, you know, make you drop your gun, etc. So I don't like fighting on beaches or rocks because of that alone, because you can try to do something so finely tuned and then if it doesn't work exactly what you're looking to, it doesn't look good.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
Supernova, they're trying to go through Yongchan and they have to deal with MTG, TTG, and the Gooners. So that's a lot of G's that they got to deal with.
That is a lot of G's that they have.
And Greg shot GG.
A lot of OGs. If
Hey.
you tell me.
Okay, we need to stop this, otherwise I'm gonna get canceled.
But I will say I love this setup from Gooners. Like they have 3 teams that they can hold out from inside of Yongchan. They have the teams that they can wait to I like that they left that warehouse open on purpose to try to bait a team into crashing it. Good fights coming out as 4Dogs is gonna lose 2 and Lucid Freak down to 1 HP. He's gonna get a nice little smoke and reset as he's gonna go down to 1 HP, but it's gonna be Shane Doe shot from range and he's gonna find the knock on a Lucid Freak. Cherry Vibes looking like he's gonna try to get aggressive, see if he can maybe make something connect. The Sakura Zinzas putting some shots on to Run It Down as they have lost 2 members. Micah bleeding fast on his second bleed, Pentalol on his first. They're gonna have to try to make something happen here fast.
It doesn't matter.
My gosh, just does not matter. Run It Down gonna get put down as now Sakura Zinzan are gonna be able to at least pick up Pentalol. 9 kills, and they have a lot more space to play with on this northwestern side of the zone.
Gotta watch out though, because it can kind of bite them in the butt. Hot and Spicy gonna go ahead and knock Balefrost. And Valiate, if he does a little sneaks, he can VSS these guys, and they may not even be able to know where it is. But, dude, it's so chaotic. I love it. What are you shooting at, Valiate? I see you shooting at the smokes, but no one's there. Do you just see bodies, I guess? Sakura Zenzen is 2 EU players. Micah and Hyman. I believe both of them are EU. Hyman may be Australian? But it doesn't matter because Kev Supernova is going to start working together. And Penrine Static have gone down, and now it's just Kev and Battylol trying to find some points for themselves. Newbie was flushed out immediately. 2 of MTG are left. And the gas can getting thrown.
Good little setup for a trap, you know, if they push through. Nice shotgun.
The shoddy. Wait, what?
Oh, Kin. The VPN absolutely helped them in that sense, but it does not matter as it is going to be Battylol that manages to get the knock on to Ken. Leave it just Eddie, but he's across the street, and it's not going to be likely he's going to be able to get across, especially since Razav is sitting right on top of them during all of this. But what? Colt is going to come in and get the flush onto Ken there, as Beleda is going to get the flush onto Red Rider. Now there's just Colt 14 Skyline in the middle of all this. There's 4 different teams sitting inside of here. Razav, Beleda going to get knocked by Eddie, the last member of MTG, as all of this is going down. And Duel looking like they want to try to get a little piece of the action as Eddie manages to just barely get behind the cover of his vehicle, dropping the smokes, trying to protect it, because that's going to be his lifeline to get out of here. In the middle of all this, Colt, he's going to get found out by Addit. They're going to get eliminated in 13th place. Bliss is going to get found for 4Dogs, and they're going to get eliminated in 13th place. 12th place.
Nice shots.
Everyone is going down. Beautiful shots from Balefrost onto Pentalol. Yahoo, he's the last member up, and he still has 2 more members of Sakura Zenzen to worry about.
Supernova finally go down, but it is going to be Blue who takes them out. Following them swiftly is going to be MTG, but great shot. Going to finish off a Balefrost, and now Sakura Zenzen, they are down to just 2. It is an awkward spot for them to fight, and a 4-man against them, no less. And I was corrected that Hyman is actually Scandinavian, so I do apologize for that one. But Dots on the north side. They could collapse onto Sakura Zensen, and Hyman, he has lost all of his gas. He does have some crates ahead of him, but it is not really good cover in general. So he has to be wary of that, but Bunt deletes at him with just a couple of shots. And Hyman is trying to survive as long as he can, trying to get some placement points. And he's in a rough spot, so I don't think it's going to work for him. But you know what? I could be wrong. The nades, he's trying to drive away. Wait, I thought he was out of gas. Well, I guess he was able to move to a tree. There's no way. Yep. Hyman, it goes down, but Duel now, they're losing players as well, and they actually get a lot of pest control, and Duel go down to blue. Panda, oh my gosh. Panda Dorito, my lord. He goes down. Bun gets taken down from Mafu. From the side.
Oh my gosh. Backstab from TTG coming in onto Gooners as they were just getting aggressive, just running through teams left and right from their northern side of Yongchon. Is now Mafu sitting in zone trying to heal. Icy Flex has the lock onto him. He's going to take some shots, but it's going to be a sneak attack that shoots him in the side, forcing him to give up on those shots onto Mafu. Utility coming into play. Addit sitting right on top of
no.
If the spray's coming to play, headshot for one, but Addit is going to get put down by Enzito, leaving just one member of TTG up. Mafu tanking a bit of the blue, and it's not going to be enough as Lucid is going to find Mafu, eliminating TTG in 5th place. Gooners able to breathe for just a second longer.
Well, with you two, they've needed a good game, and this may shaping be up to be it. Dots on 4 with Ju2 on 4, Gooners on 3, Rezava on just the 1. So it should be justified between Ju2 and Dots to see who's going to win this one. But, you know, if Gooners, I mean, if anyone could, I would say it's Gooners. Not because, well, okay, they are skilled, don't get me wrong. But just the chaos, the anarchy, like you were saying, it is... They are the definition of chaotic neutral in D&D terminology, because I'm a nerd. But Seifu going back with the US, trying to get some more vehicles, trying to get some survivability for his team. They're safe on this part, but now Gooners, they have to make it in to the zone. But between them and safety is a lot of lead and a lot of ground, and I don't know if either in their favor. As Shane is going to go ahead and take down Icy as he's getting peppered from both sides, and Lucid steals that one.
Oh, if you're Dots, you're not happy about that kill getting stolen away. All the points is absolutely necessary for them, but they did make it to end game. And this is where things tend to bite you in the butt where you're Gooners, because you want a third party and you don't want people to know you're coming to third party. And they did run up and absolutely wipe the floor with a bunch of teams during third parties. They fought through Sakura Zensen, they fought through TTG, and they just absolutely, like...
No way.
They just, oh my gosh, the jumping hip fire arm shot onto Simply Matt. Oh, I love you, buddy, but Simply Matt just got simply sat. And Dots is going to come in and get their KP back that they lost from Wuju2. As now Goon Shot, the last member up. He's the anchor for the team. He's set up. He's trying to see if he can make it, and he's running across, but it's going to be Flanker. A little bit of team shot from Dots, and Wuju2 is going to eliminate Gooners in 3rd. Wow, Pandorito doing a very good job at staying alive here, but I think he just got bounced out by Flanker.
So I will say, I've been calling him Panda Dorito for this entire time. Well, no, I've been calling him like Panda, whatever. Pandorito. It doesn't matter. Panda Dorito. There's an A in there that I feel like I haven't been saying before, but no, it looks like Wuju2 is going ahead and moving around. Flanker, he's actually peeling away from this one. He's deciding.
He doesn't know about Panda Dorito.
Maybe they assume he's not really a threat? I don't know.
No, I'm going to assume like he just doesn't think anyone's there. I don't think he knew. I think maybe he's like, we need to check this rock just to be sure, and nobody made any movement or noise when he ran up on him. So he's like,
no, wait. What is that?
Oh, and Zito, hot and spicy, just full sending.
Oh
right
my lord!
And now it's going to be Faker that goes for the drive-by, as now Valiant's going to get the knock on a Seifu. Sneak attack into the knock back on a Flanker with the arm. Panda Dorito just watching this chaos happen as Valiant with the VSS is going to get the knock onto Enzito. Hot and spicy going to bleed out. Beautiful nade onto Valiant from sneak attack, as now it is just Shane Doe for Dots, the last one up for them to try to see if he can make something happen. The
oh my god!
Headshot! Oh my gosh, what a maniac with the arm! And now Panda Dorito's gonna open up on dead bodies.
No.
This is why you need Korean mode on, buddy. You just gave yourself away. Oh, this is you know what? Good job. He salvaged and managed to get a 2nd place for his team. Can't be mad at that.
Oh my lord. Sneak, what have you been doing? 2 amazing shots. Was not expecting that at all. But Panda Dorito, he was shooting at dead bodies, but he might realize his mistake at this point. But he still has to make it into zone. He has no idea what the heck is going on, but he's trying. That is, oh my lord. Sneak, that he's streaming his POV, isn't he? I'm like 75% sure he's streaming his POV. So you guys, I'm sure you can go over to his channel, see it clipped, etc., see exactly what he saw. Sneak Attack, he is a very consistent streamer. I do highly recommend you guys check him out. But with Jutsu, they have full control of this, and they should be able to find out where Panda Dorito is and eliminate him relatively quickly, because I believe... Well, it doesn't matter. They're not going to go ahead and get... They're not going to get that kill. But what Jutsu's going to